welcome to another West London Wine School blog, and once again I am joined by Suzanne from Griffinwell. We have looked at Muscat as a nice, light, refreshing introduction to the wines of this Catalan area, Roussillon. We're now moving on to more of their flagship styles. The hot climate down there, those 320 days of sunshine they get, is a lot more than England. All those hours of sunshine means that we get much more the climate and the warmth for red production. So you would say this is where really the quality really lies.
I think it's where their heritage lies, certainly, and it really is where their quality is coming from.
Yeah.
Certainly, as you know, they were, for many, many years, Languedoc and the Roussillon region, which is the region that borders Spain, along the Mediterranean, were famous for plump wines and just really producing very basic wines, and they've really stepped up their game. They're producing some gorgeous gems.
Often known for being sent up to areas like Bordeaux for bulking up wines.
Exactly.
Because of their alcohol. They're not like that anymore. We know there's serious kit here. And we're going to start off with this serious kit. This is the Rouge Tradition, 2007. What's in this one? What grapes have we got in here?
So here you've got very classic grapes that you're going to find in the Roussillon. You've got Syrah, about 40% Syrah, 30% Carignan, 20% Mourvèdre, and then 10% of Grenache Noir in this one. So you've got a pretty good blend, but all classic varieties from this part of the country and from the hot climate varieties.
It's almost bordering on Châteauneuf de Pape with the amount of grape varieties they're
throwing
into
in. There is quite a bit thrown in. So I think this wine is intended to be drunk young. It's sort of an entry-level-ish wine. It's fresh. It should be kind of fruity, although it's going to have some structure there. Obviously, the Syrah and the Mourvèdre are going to give it, and the Carignan even as well are going to give it some backbone, some structure. And I think what's interesting here, you're going to have some fruit, a little bit of spice. You're going to have some things going on, and for
complexity with 4 different grape varieties. You're bringing a lot of different characteristics to the table, aren't you? So, age of vines on this one, is it going to be a blockbuster old vine style, or?
It's not going to be that kind of style. These are going to be more likely to be younger vines, with the exception of his Carignan. His Carignan vines are quite old. Some of them even up to 80 plus years, and that's really when that grape variety is able to shine, and he tries to use only the best in it from the Carignan, because otherwise it can be a little too rustic or harsh. So we've got some younger vines here, but I think, again, with the climate that he has and the soils and his exposure, he's really able to get great stuff out of vines even that are 20 years old.
And it's those granitic schist soils, isn't it?
Exactly.
Which really makes the vine struggle. You get better quality fruit at the end of the day.
Make the vine struggle, and it does brilliant things.
Absolutely. Let's have a sniff of this one then. It's a very vibrant nose, isn't it?
It really is, and this is actually where tasting this wine is probably a little fresher than you normally would, maybe just a touch fresher, but you've got this gorgeous color. A little bit of, do you get a little crushed violet or some kind of violet?
Yeah, there's certainly something a little bit youthful in this wine that comes through, and that's that little violety, florally touch. Just packed full of fruit though.
It really is. But I still get a little touch of something, a little spicy, but just barely on the nose, maybe a little eucalyptus or something. And it's really
something aromatic.
Nice, something. Maybe hard to pinpoint even, but
the slight spices, the sweet spices that come through. That's the little bit of Shiraz playing its part there. It smells a little bit more weighted as well on the nose, a bit of intensity. That's the Mourvèdre coming through, and the Carignan just softens it all up. Because that Carignan, we've tried a few Carignans from some of your other producers, which have just been ultra soft smoothies, haven't they? Wonderful styles. Okay, let's have a taste.
Grenache Noir is doing something here too.
Oh yes, of course, yeah.
Throwing a little roundness, some more adding to that
10%,
fruit.
is it?
Yeah, about 10%. So just enough to soften it out. Like we say, this is a young wine. It's still a young wine, but meant to be enjoyed. Yeah, that's it.
Wonderful. Let's have a taste. Wow, yeah. So the dryness comes through, the tannin structure's there.
It's definitely there.
You're not going to shy away from tannins in southern France, especially with varieties like Shiraz and Mourvèdre playing the part. Grenache is not so much, but that still comes through. I think this will be a fantastic food wine because of that. And the softness is there with that beautiful vibrancy of fruit. So I think Carignan brings that softness there. juicy berry fruit.
It really does.
Mm.
And I agree. I
Spices.
think it's absolutely food friendly. It's, you know, but it's, you know, you open this wine, have it next time you're throwing a burger on a grill, and it's just, it's brilliant. It doesn't need to be, it doesn't have to be a steak wine. It can be just sort of everyday. I think this is a great everyday wine. I think it's, you know, really beautiful for that. So.
Fantastic, very good. So, this is kind of, would you call this one of their entry-level wines, or is it, yeah, so entry-level?
More entry level, yeah.
I think it shows through there with its vibrancy and fruit forwardness. So it's a very forward style wine. It's not so serious, but I think we're going to move on to.
We're going to move on to something maybe a little more, well, the next level up. Okay. But this, it is what it is, and it's fun and fresh and.
Excellent stuff. Yeah. Very good. And the taste of the taste of Roussillon in a glass, class in a glass.
Exactly.
Good. Excellent. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers.